I've never seen somebody so, not that I haven't met perfectionists, not that I don't know a few perfectionists, and maybe I am too. Seb's that way about his drumming, man, but it's intense. Because it'll be great, you know, that's the thing. Is you'll listen to it and you go, oh, that's awesome. But then, you know, he's like, and he don't want to do it again, or...
Well, you know what? This is the thing. Perfection is not an accident.
All right, should we do this?
Let's do it.
Do I need to watch you? You're making, I can't, well, I have to turn,
I won't do this.
that shit is killing me. I like how all the cameras are on Seb right now. No, can you talk about right?
Sorry, Dave.
Can't even look at that dude.
I have the songs down. I know each fill in each verse and each chorus. Like, I have it all planned out. I know I sound very sort of like overconfident right now, but I can be really, in the studio, very critical of myself and whatever I'm working on, and so. I like to record myself playing them before going to the studio because I don't want any surprises.
You'll think of something, right? And you're like, yeah, it's a great idea. And then you go to the studio and you track it and you're like, okay, that sounds like shit.
It's hard to know what you sound like when you're playing. You don't have any perspective. You're inside what you're doing.
So I'd rather go through that now.
So it's good to record it and listen back to it and be like, you know what, that's not a good idea, actually.
So it's cool to like not have that kind of discovery when you're in the studio.
A lot of the stuff that I've been doing the last couple of years is more electronic music. So I'm very fast with MIDI editing.
What Seb's done is he's created a MIDI drum track. He's programmed all the beats, all the fills, all the feels for the whole song.
John would give me the DI guitar tracks to a click track, and I would just write out all the drum parts that I wanted to do on MIDI, you know, like actually writing it out on the computer.
That's sort of where we start. We're starting with a computerized, clinically correct structure for the song, and then we build on top of that.
It was like a way for me to remember like how I want to play it, like what fills go where and the arrangement and that kind of stuff. I can focus on like a couple of measures and play along to the MIDI drum machine and see like what I'm doing wrong.
By doing so, we're able to look at the song, chop it up, change virtually anything that we want.
It was good for John. For him to do a scratch guitar, it's way better to do it with that than just the click track. You don't get a feel for the song with just a click track.
Seb already knows that because he's programmed it and we've played it so many times.
It's kind of like, let's say you're studying, right, in school. You can read something and you might remember it, but if you read something and take notes, you'll get it. Or like learning math. You can read the math book, but when you do the problems, you'll learn the math. So when I'm actually writing out the drum parts on MIDI, like I remember the arrangement.
We'll get some working live drum tracks, and on top of that, we'll record guitars, we record bass, then try out vocal ideas.
Are you rushing that click?
No, somebody came in totally off.
I have no qualms with click.
It might have been you.
It was me. I got a click. I just happen to maybe suck at that.
You know, Seb's really good at playing to a click, so why not?
I think something happens in the human's brain when you hear a piece of music that isn't slowing up or speeding down. It like puts you in a trance, which I think is cool.
Because there's so many layers and so many guitars, this, that, and the other, that like having the click aspect of it is important. But I mean, this is Seb playing these drum parts. This is not like a mapped out version of our band. These are still our performances.
I want there to be no creativity at all.
We're trying to take humans out of the equation entirely.
The drum sounds are insane, particularly for some songs with that really big, blown out, compressed John Bonham kind of thing. And he's really good at that. So I'm excited for that. He added the resonant kick drum. He put it in front of the bass drum that I'm playing. For room mics, uses pretty much mics like this. because they're really sensitive to what you need in a room mic. Also, that room just sounds great, and he has a lot of really nice microphones. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. As far as like drums go, you'll say that's a good performance. Doesn't sound that good yet because it's not, you know, hasn't been like compressed and EQ'd, but none of that has happened so far. And never once am I cringing about the drum sound. There's not even a single EQ on the drums. So Dave knows what he's doing. Like the fact that he can get this crazy drum sound that we all love on some of the Flaming Lips stuff, if you can combine that with the way that we're playing and the songs that we've written, I think that's going to be a pretty good thing.
I'm looking forward to for people to hearing what we've made together because I think him and I have a great hookup, and I'm excited about that.
I gotta say, I mean, I'm pretty psyched about this record. Like, I'm very happy with what happened.
Musically, he's the man.
You can't waste this. Perfection is not an accident.